It's That Guy's a Maniac, the podcast, season 6, Richie.
Cheers, Gunsy. You can find us on the socials at That Guy's Maniac, all one word, all lowercase. Each episode for this season is going to be brought to you by a random Pokemon.
And our amazing That Guy's a Mastermind quiz.
Cue the music. That's brilliant. So glad I counted you in.
It's Pokemon series of That Guy's a Maniac podcast. I don't know how we do this. Richie.
Yes.
It's now time for us to say which Pokemon we're talking about this episode.
Okay, so this episode we are talking about Who's that Pokemon? It's Hariyama.
Pokemon number 297 on the That Guy's a Maniac podcast, www.thatguys.co.uk. Probably already done that bit. So Richie, tell me about Hariyama.
Hariyama is a fighting type Pokemon.
Yeah.
He is number 297. And I say he. It could be he or a she. But he's also basically just based on a big punching bag. So his pre-evolution, Makihuta? Is that how you say it? Makihuta. I don't think I've ever heard those guys in the anime at all. Anyone ever?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay, cool. But yes, they're both sort of based on punching bags, so they're quite fat, chunky guys.
Are you gassing me up?
Gassing you up?
Kicking off this episode, gassing me up. Are you gassing me off?
Am I gassing you off?
They're not based on punching bags at all.
What? Why? How? Where? When? Yes, they are. No?
No, they're sumo wrestlers.
But they've got like sofa pads for hands.
They got the big hands.
And Makihuta is Makihuta's head not like tied up or is it like a bag of salt perhaps?
I think it's like the top knot of a sumo wrestler.
Okay. I always thought of him as like a bag of sand. Like a punching bag.
Okay. I always thought they were sumo wrestlers.
Well, I mean they can be as well.
I mean they definitely are.
Yeah. But I just figured they were just like sumo wrestlers that were filled with like sand, like a punching bag.
Okay.
I'm not deliberately gassing.
You're gassing me off.
I was not gassing you off in any fashion.
Okay.
I didn't back this up in any fashion. I just think they look like punching bags.
Okay.
So
if they look like punching bags, what do you think Hitmonlee looks like?
Oh God, I would say he looks like a Magnum lolly with springs for legs.
Yeah. Okay. What about Hitmonchan?
He looks, or they look like a boxer.
He looks a little bit like a Milky Way star, or that annoying handman from Time Splitters.
Oh God, always back to Time Splitters. Is that going to be the main reference of season 6?
It's going to be the main reference of season 1 to 6.
Season 1 to 6. No, other people have made. I'm looking at like Bulbapedia. They make the the similarities to the punching bag as well. I don't have the official what's it called? Origin or anything like that, but you get what I mean by the punching bag.
No, not really. A bag of sand, maybe.
So I'm not meaning like modern day punching bags, the ones that are like tubes that you sort
Yeah.
of see, but older punching bags, like when you saw, like strongmen and stuff like that from the circus, they would use like these punching bags, or it would be like sort of kung fu movies.
Oh yeah, I remember when I saw strong men at the circus.
Or you would see them in the
Oh, mummy, who's that? Oh, that's the strong man. He's punching
Look at his
a
curly
bag of
moustache.
sand. Oh, thanks, mummy, for bringing me to the circus. I never would have seen a man punching a sandbag.
Okay, well, you can sandbag my sandbag idea all you want.
Cool.
I'm surprised you never saw that. I never really meant for it to be a contentious thing. So yeah, let's move on.
I thought you were gassing me off for a second.
I mean, I definitely was.
So, gassing me off. So yeah, Hariyama is the sumo Pokemon. Makihita is a very clever name because it's a kind of a portmanteau between Makushita and what's the other one? Makihita.
Which is basically
One of the other ranks.
Makunoshita.
Which is one of the Makushita.
Makushita and Makunoshita. The third highest sumo division. Maybe? I don't know. Is that what you're getting at?
No. Yeah, no. I can't think straight. One of them is. It's like a portmanteau of two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And yeah, they have the Hariyama has the big skirt, like the mawashi that they have in sumo. He's got big thrusting hands, like sumo.
You're saying a lot of words about
and a
sumo.
cool little.
I just want you to elaborate.
A cool little
bit.
tidbit. Well, in sumo you have to push the other man out of the ring.
Yeah, no, but you mentioned a word there. I didn't know what it was. Sorry.
I say he has a belt like a mawashi.
A mawashi. Okay, cool.
A mawashi, which is the belt that sumo wrestlers wear. It's the only thing they wear.
The only thing they wear. Okay, the big nappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're wrestling each other, yeah. And some cool little trivia is it knows some fun moves like smelling salts.
Ooh, okay.
Which is possibly related to how the sumo wrestlers toss the salt into the ring.
Yeah, definitely.
As part of the rituals. It also knows brine.
Again, salt related.
Salt related. It's kind of a weird move for it to learn.
Yeah, it really is. I was about to say. Brine is an odd one. But I guess just because of the salt.
It is a...
But you also have to assume that brine
maybe
is also the same in Japanese.
They also take a little... They also take the little water as well.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Before they wrestle. Yeah, they take the power water.
Power water.
Obviously it knows belly drum as well.
Yeah.
Seismic toss.
Arm thrust.
Force palm.
Yeah, definitely. Big palmy palms.
Close combat heavy slam.
Yeah, proper fighty Pokemon moves.
proper fighty Pokemon moves. Did you ever have a Makihita or a Hariyama?
I had an EV'd Makihuta, and before this episode, I was trying to remember what the hell did I do? Why did I make a Makihuta? And I
So you
think
didn't evolve it. You just EV'd.
no, sorry, not Makihuta, Hariyama,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
I did,
makes a little bit more sense.
yeah, exactly. Sorry. So yeah, Hariyama. I have an EV level 101 which had a move set, and I was like looking at the abilities
Yeah.
of Hariyama, and I was thinking, what route did I go down? I'm just trying to remember what the abilities were. I think sheer force is its hidden ability.
Correct.
So moves that have a secondary effect have more power,
Are stronger, but they don't do
but
the
they lose the
effect.
secondary effect. So I feel like that's what I would have gone for. Or it was guts and it had like a flame orb. Or maybe not a flame orb, poison orb, because flame orb would have reduced the attack. I think that was it actually. Guts. So attack is increased by 50% when it's inflicted with the status burn, paralyze, sleep, poison, or freeze.
Yeah.
And if you poison yourself
Yeah.
with the poison orb, you're just basically getting in there with some ridiculous high attack, close combat or something like that, which is a base stat of 120, which ultimately is 180 if you are poisoned. So it's a big, brutal Pokemon for one move. Very niche. If you can move in, get poisoned, and then smack somebody down.
Did you know that burn doesn't reduce attack if you have guts?
I did not know that.
There we go.
That's interesting. Maybe it was the Flame Orb then.
Yeah.
When is that from?
That's a good question.
I feel like that might not have been at the initial one because
Gen 6, definitely.
okay.
Guts, doesn't do it on Gen 4. Let me check Gen 3.
It's all good. It's all good.
Maybe they introduced it in Gen 4.
But yeah, I think he has several moves, which have got like, which are really really high attack. So just slamming another 50% on it, and Hariyama already has a massive attack stat. It does hit quite hard.
Yeah. I've got a leveled up EV'd one for the team, which I got from the internet, and I'm trying to do probably one of the hardest things you can do in Pokemon, which is beat the Battle Tower. 100 straight battles in the Battle Tower in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl.
Yeah.
And it's a horrible team because that Battle Tower, so after you beat the normal one, you unlock, what is it, super single, super double, super multi, I think.
Okay.
And those are really fucking hard. So all the opponents have EV'd Pokemon, but also like after 6 or 7 out of 100 battles, everyone's just, here's a guy who has a Regice and a Regirock.
Dear God, yeah.
Here's a team that has a Latias and a Latios. So the super cheaty team, which I've had some success with, is a level 1 Aaron.
Sturdy and...
Yeah, with Sturdy, Berry Juice, Endeavor, Protect, and I can't remember the other moves. You shouldn't be using the other moves. Then a really bulky Dusk Noir with
nice.
Oh my god, what's the move where slowest Pokemon go first? Trick Room. So you you do Protect with the Aaron, you do Trick Room with Dusk Noir. It's very hard unless Dusk Noir gets double targeted for Dusk Noir to die and not set Trick Room. And then the Aaron is taking everything down to whatever, its own HP. And then you finish it off with Dusk Noir. And in the back is a Hariyama with the Flame Orb and Guts and Fake Out, which is brilliant because you come out, Fake Out to get the burn, and then boom, your attacks are really hardcore. And I think there's a Tyranitar as well, just in case.
That was it. That's a cool team.
It is. That. It's a bit boring.
Yeah,
because
but you just got to make sure that tech happens, and I'm sure there's a bit of nuance in there what keeps it exciting. It's
so good because I think you give Dusk Noir a Lum Berry.
Right. Okay.
And there's something about that particular combination, particularly the lead two, the Dusk Noir and the Aaron. You're like, oh yeah, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. So like Aaron can't be poisoned, for example. Because it's got sturdy, it takes down to 1 HP. Then it eats the berry juice, and there's a specific reason to use berry juice rather than anything else. Yes, so that if the opponent has the one that makes you too nervous to eat berries, ignores that.
Cool.
And then the berry juice takes you up again, and then when you get attacked, you go down to 1 HP again with sturdy. So you're high chances of doing 3 endeavors. It's really, really clever because you're like, oh, why didn't I use this Pokemon? But they've specifically been thought of to cover all of those. Yeah. But it is, it's very boring to sit there and plow through, and then occasionally something will fuck it up. What ones are there? There's like Mold Breaker ruins it somehow. I can't remember. And then Nightshade is really weird. I can't work it out because Nightshade is a ghost move, right?
Yeah. But it always does your level damage to the So it doesn't matter if it's so there's no effect from it being a ghost move. There's no super effectiveness, and therefore there's no resistance either.
Yeah, but does that mean you can hit with normal? I don't think you can.
Oh, of course, normals are immune.
Yeah. I think there's some fuckery with that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've made a shiny Hariyama for that team.
That's a good call.
I'm also knee-deep in Makuhitas because, as you may know, I'm doing this silly thing to try and get all the in-game trade Pokemon off the old generations onto the Switch. For some reason, you get 2. You get 2 the same, in fact, in Pokemon Sapphire. And I looked back to try and find you do like a trade with an NPC for a Makuhita called Mackit.
Okay.
It's the one that they've already got a nickname because they've come from another trainer.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And I'd used that in my team for the first run through for Pokemon Sapphire. Did a trade with a guy, and then
That's cool because it just goes quite fast and happy days.
Yeah, I think it was the wonder of it having Fake Out or something. Like, oh right, okay, so I can just get off this little bit of damage, no matter what.
That's cool.
Isn't that fun? And then you can do the same trade in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Ah, right. And is it the same name?
It's the same name, but it's also slightly different.
Okay.
I think it's. Let's have a look. Yes, you get a Makuhita called Mackit from Elissa in Ruby and Sapphire. And then I think in Oras, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, they for some reason they mix up the trainers' names for the in-game trades. So you get a Makahita called Makit from Daryl, but Alyssa will trade you a Skitty called Skittit. Whereas in Sapphire, Daryl will trade you a Skitty called Skittit.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't know why they did that. Maybe I imagine there was a fuck up. Somebody lost their job at Nintendo when that came out.
Okay. So I've done a little deep digging into Nightshade.
Deep digging in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty
Comprehensive.
Okay, so I just typed into Google, does Nightshade hit normal types?
Yeah.
AI overview says no, Nightshade does not hit normal type moves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the next hit.
Yeah.
And this is a bit weird. The next hit is from the Department of Mathematics in the University of Miami.
Okay.
Which seems to have some kind of Pokemon related maths thing. It does say it causes 1 point of damage per level. Despite being a ghost attack, it is effective against normal and psychic Pokemon.
Okay.
I also see that in Generation 1, Nightshade also hits normal and psychic types, just for the basic one. And then it doesn't say anything about any further generations. So I get, this is your homework. Do Nightshade on a normal type Pokemon, see if it hits it.
So this is it, because when I was using this team, which I largely got offline, and admiring as turns went past, I was like, oh, that's why it has that move. Oh, that why is that. But I've been too scared to use a Nightshade on a normal Pokemon.
Yeah.
So maybe I should test it.
Yeah. Definitely, because the internet does not have a clue. Like, Bulbapedia actually says Nightshade is not affected by type immunities. So, yeah, maybe.
But then it also says, hang on. Gen 2 onwards, Nightshade is now affected by type immunities.
Right.
So it cannot usually affect normal type Pokemon. So that might be our answer.
Yeah, that might just be our answer, yeah.
So it wasn't in Gen 1.
Gen 1 is special.
Gen 1 is special.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then let's just take that as gospel. Gen 2, it won't hit normal types. Farley, don't take that risk.
Okay, good. I've not got to 100 yet. I think I've got to.
Is there an equivalent of like that kind of battle tower or that kind of challenge in Scarlet and Violet?
No,
No,
not at all.
See, I missed that. Like I think it was in Sun and Moon. There was the double battle tower.
Yeah, there was was it the battle tree? Yeah, the battle tree. You had to go to that weird island.
I spent a long time making doubles teams.
Yeah.
And I think that was where I had my Orikoko Ribombi heyday. Ribombi. One of my favourites. But yeah.
Yes.
I suppose I could just play Sun and Moon and shut up.
You could just play Sun and Moon. There is a battle tower in Sword and Shield, but it's very easy, which is great if you're interested in getting ribbons. You just have to win 10 in a row.
No, I want one of the brutal, really hard ones.
Yeah, because I used to love all the battle institutes and towers and all the funny ones.
Yeah, because they had so many different ones, and they had the random factor like a tractor. Where you couldn't even choose your team. You just had to see how far you could get with a random team. I loved that. I
think if you won, you could possibly take a Pokemon from the team you just beat.
Yes.
Is that how it worked?
Yes, there was a thing you could use certain Pokemon again through rentals. Yeah, that was it. And it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and basically you were whittling down to a good team. Ugh. Oh
Yeah.
dear, yeah.
For some reason, they don't have a battle tower in Scarlet Violet, and I don't know if we'll ever see it again because they're bringing out that new game, aren't they? Which is essentially, I think, just gonna be battling.
New game? What do you mean? The art, the
No, they announced another one.
ZA?
No, it's like Pokemon Championships or Pokemon Champions, and
Oh
it's
right, okay.
just it's like a companion to. Well, essentially, it's what they should have done a long, long time ago. um,
Is it
it's
Smogon?
yeah, or oh god, what's the name of the fucking one that everybody uses for cooking and testing?
Smogon.
No, Showdown, Pokemon Showdown.
Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. I only remember Smogon as like, oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So yeah, they're releasing a game called Pokemon Champions. We know very little about it, but it just looks to be okay. We're not going to give you any game. It's just going to be fighting. But what's cool is already they teased that there's going to be Mega Evolution and terrestrializing and maybe Dynamaxing.
Brilliant. I dig that.
Yeah. And some home compatibility. But who knows?
I do love Megas. Megas were a very, very peak for me over Dynamaxing and terrestrializing.
Yeah. Interesting. I think I'm the opposite. I think I was least interested in Mega Evolution. And mostly over one tiny detail, which I've talked about at length, is I guess it would just really fuck everything up. But you can't remove a Mega Stone from a Pokemon. So like you can't knock it off or switch it or thief it.
Yeah.
I know that always felt cheaty to me.
Well, no, because it means they can't use anything else. All the Mega Stone can do is be a Mega Stone. So you're sacrificing a cool ability. Because that's all the other held items were cool abilities. So you're sacrificing it to make it basically a sweeper of some kind, or however you wanted to sort of do that. I think it's fair. So instead of having, one shot in abilities to like a Lumberry or something like a Focus Sash, you just have that little boost to stats and maybe a change of what's it called?
Ability
Typing.
and typing.
Yeah.
But the fact that you couldn't tinker with the Mega Stones as an opponent, I mean, really annoyed me.
Yeah, I know, but I can see why a little bit. Only because like if you're making a Mega Pokemon,
yeah,
it's gonna be geared entirely for the Mega set of moves as opposed to its normal set of moves. Whereas I would say the items are probably less influenced by your moveset. Although maybe you could think of something like Guts and that Firestone thing.
Yeah, the Flame Orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the idea of, a very easy winning strategy and actually quite boring towards the end of that meta because the Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre were just so
Oh god.
OP.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, were they not like stupid and they didn't even need a Mega Stone or something?
yes, is that it? Was that the
Yeah. They didn't even need a Mega Stone, so it's like you chose your Pokemon, whether it was like what's his face, the dragon one. Oh my god, why can I not remember it?
Raymond Quasar.
No, Salamence.
Oh, okay.
You could choose you know what, Salamence is going to be my Mega Evolution. But with Groudon and Kyogre, you could just, hey, I'm taking them in a battle. I'm going to give them a Lumberry, and you know what? I can Mega Evolve them as pricks.
Yeah, so everyone had them, and it's just very boring to watch.
Yes, I agree with that. And of course they were it's just all weather effect teams. It's like, oh, I've got Kyogre, right? Bring in Pelipper next, or whatever. Which is proper hazing, to be honest. You know.
I just don't know enough. Our balls are on show this episode. Does Pelipper overwrite Kyogre's?
No, but
Groudon's sun thing, because they do like a different one, right? It's not just your regular.
They last longer, don't they? That was the whole thing about.
It rains heavier. What does that mean? So, like, Primordial Sea is the ability of Kyogre.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Makes it rain heavily, and then Groudon has the opposite. But maybe that can just be easily cleared away with a sandstorm or a drizzle. Okay, more homework.
Yeah, more homework. Yeah.
Just workshop that you learn how games from 4 generations ago worked.
I love how much this episode has been about Hariyama so far as well.
I love how this episode's so approachable by anybody.
Anybody. You know. We explain all the mechanics in great detail so that everybody can understand them as well.
It's not even current mechanics. It's not even well describing old mechanics that we half remember.
Right, so let's put this to bed. Anything more you want to say about Hariyama?
Do we say anything about Hariyama? No, I like it. And
it's got the weird metal version as well.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Iron Hands.
Iron Hands, yeah.
Early on in Scarlet and Violet. I think it still gets some playability today. Just became a very decent Pokemon to have.
Fighting an electric type.
Which you think would be shit. Yeah, you think it would be bad, but then with the boosts, Capsule Jobby and the Belly Drum, it was... people still bring it to, when they do the 7-star raids. You still see them.
That's quite a funky one. Yeah. Okay, so we are at our halfway point. So
we are.
We have a thing we do in season 6, which is our mid-episode Who Wants to Be a Mastermind?
Yeah, I forgot. For no reason.
That guy's a mastermind. That guy's a mastermind.
Who wants to be a mastermind?
That guy's a mastermind. And this week, you're hosting, Farley.
I am hosting. I'm just trying to see if I can look up a script because you did very well last week.
So I think what I didn't do last week, which I should have, was when we talked about time splitters. Continuity.
Oh.
I should have said, Farley, what's your specialist subject? And then why have you chosen this as your specialist subject?
All right.
So
let's go. Bum, ba-da-bum.
Ba-dum.
Richie, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Maniac? No?
That guy's a mastermind.
That guy's a mastermind. I'm Kanzi11, the mastermind question master. I've watched lots of masterminds. How are you today?
Good, great, thank you.
What is your specialist subject?
My specialist subject is Super Mario World for the SNES.
And why have you chosen Super Mario World for the SNES?
It's one of my favourite games, and after choosing it, I decided last week to play it through in entirety.
Great. Are you ready for 5, maybe more questions on your specialist subject, Super Mario World?
I absolutely am.
Great. Question 1. Does he say question 1? No.
So it's like the timer will start at the end of my first question or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
The timer will start as soon as I finish the first question. Are you ready still?
I am absolutely ready. Yes.
Great. In the original release, subsequently corrected in the GBA version, all Yoshis in the game have an incorrectly coloured body part. What is it?
Their shoes.
Incorrect. It was the arms. The arms are orange. What was the name of the game when it was released in Japan?
I don't know. Pass.
What strange thing happens to all the Koopas in the game after all 96 exits in the game have been reached?
Nothing.
Which enemy introduced in Super Mario World is named after the lead vocalist of American rock band Nine Inch Nails?
Reznor. Is the 4 Triceratops.
Correct. What was the title of the game when it was re-released for the Game Boy Advance?
Super Mario World Advance.
Incorrect. Which of the Koopa kids are named after American talk show hosts?
Oh gosh. No idea.
Beep, beep, beep. Okay, Richie.
Right.
You did.
So just very, very quickly. There's
Yeah.
a lot of Mario Advance versions in there and things like that.
There's one.
When you said the completion of 96 episodes.
Exits.
Yeah. So, exits. I believe what you were meaning was completion of Star Road, in which the Koopas become Mario masks.
No.
There's nothing else happens to the Koopas.
They become mask Koopas.
That is after you complete Star Road. That is not 96.
There's 96 exits.
It is absolutely not.
It is.
So, you can go to Star Road very, very quickly. And trust me, I did this. You can go to Star Road, you complete Star Road, and then as soon as you do it, the whole world changes.
To autumn mode.
Exactly. That's not after 96 levels, it's only after completion of Star Road. So
I thought it was 96 exits.
nope.
Okay. Well, you got it wrong anyway.
No.
So Yoshi's arms are orange. Can't believe you never noticed that.
I've never noticed that. I thought that was just normal.
But they corrected it in the GBA version. It's weird because I don't think you can get an orange Yoshi, right?
Yeah, no, you can get. No, yeah, no, you can't.
The Japanese name of the game was Super Mario World Super Mario Brothers 4.
Okay.
You were right with Reznor Rhinos.
Yeah.
The Game Boy Advance is Super Mario World Super Mario Advance 2. And the
Mario
Koopa
Advance
Kids.
2, of
Yeah.
course, yeah. I never played any of those ones. But yeah, the Koopa Kids, I just couldn't run through the names in my head. So you've got Iggy, Morton,
No, you don't have Morton.
Roy.
Roy Orbison, he's named after.
Okay, yeah, because of the glasses.
The singer.
I'm trying to think of all of them. So you've got one that looks like Beethoven, Ludwig. Yeah.
Ludwig, yes.
Yeah. Wendy. I don't think any were actually named after. I thought they were all like musical related because everything is music related in that game.
Yeah, apart from these two.
So what are the two that are?
Larry Cooper
Larry Cooper, okay.
is named after Larry King, and Morton Cooper Jr. is named after Morton Downey Jr. And he's the only one who's something Cooper Jr.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Like, this is trivia that I would not have got from the game. But yeah. Cool.
There we go.
That was shit. I don't like your questions.
I researched them last week because I was like, I'm not going to remember to do this. So I did it the day after we recorded last one. And then all week you've been sending me photos and screenshots. And, oh, fuck. None of these are going to come up.
Well,
But then when I was writing, like, oh, he's gonna know, like, maybe these are too easy. So then I second guess myself into like, oh, he's just gonna ace this. These aren't easy at all, and he's gonna be like, fuck you. These are not super fan questions.
no, I would have been happy with easy questions. I'll be honest with you. Like I never played the GBA version. I certainly didn't know anything about the Yoshi fixing thing. That's quite cool. But yeah, yeah, cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Very, very tough mastermind questions. And unfortunately I did have blind spots there.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Now you know.
But yeah, like the mask Koopa thing.
Yeah.
The Mario masks that they put on. I don't know where you researched that from, but they were wrong.
Okay, but you could have just answered the question.
So I was right when I said nothing happens.
Right.
Technically, I did answer the question.
Did you think that was going to be the thrust of that question?
No, but I suppose I was worried about the time pressures that don't exist in our version. So it's like, nothing happens. So,
Okay.
like, I was answering your question. I thought it might have been a trick. But then I realised it's just, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be a fun quiz, won't it?
Yeah.
Let's write questions like that from now on.
The trick questions.
Yeah, like what happens when you, I don't know, collect all...
What happens when you put the Konami code in and Super 2?
what happens when you put in up, down, left, right, A, left, B, left, nothing, because it wasn't the Konami code.
Yeah, let's not do that. But yes, cool. Thank you, Farley. Moving on to the next half of our section of our podcast episode. Smooth transition there. Great segue. What were we going to talk about?
Things relating to Hariyama. So they could be the sandbag, punching bag, or sumo wrestlers related. Whilst you were describing the punching bags, all I could think of was their punching bag from Super Smash Bros.
Yes. Yep.
He's great. And deservedly kind of became its own character. Although not really.
It had a face and everything.
Yeah.
It feels wrong to ignore it.
It was in the Little Mac little video they released.
Ah, okay. Yeah, punching back and Little Mac should be buddies.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not buddies. That feels like a weird sadomasochistic relationship.
Well, I was going to say, I was giving my next question. Do you think the punching bag likes it?
I mean...
In later games, it would drop items when you were beating the shit out of it. In fact, in all of them, no?
It is its reason to exist.
It's true. It is its something geist.
But we don't know if it's consensual.
That's true.
Like, God, it's really weird. Like in Super Smash Brothers, you do have that weird. Everyone's being forced into being played in this game, sort of thing. Like, I don't think anybody actually wants to beat the shit out of each other. Yeah,
because in the early ones, they're almost like, aren't they like toys in a toy shop?
Yeah. And then you've got the Master Hand, which is like a kid playing with the toys and things like that. And like, in what world does like Mario want to beat the shit out of Peach? You know.
Well, there are infinite timelines.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe she's been possessed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, like, and it's still weird that as a point of survival, people are being forced to battle royale them, off the edges of platforms,
Yeah.
plunge to their deaths. Super Smash Brothers, moral grey area for everyone.
It is. I think they did improve things by kind of adding in a storyline rather than just leaving it up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Everyone's just friends until bad people come along. But even then, they're not really, are they?
No.
Sephiroth's not hanging out with everyone.
Yeah, no.
And then, fuckface. Who's the guy from Tekken who drops everyone off the mountain?
Heihachi? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not being friends, is he?
No, he's not a buddy.
No. Crumbs. Then there's E Honda, of course.
E Honda, there we go. We've got to the main thing that we need to talk about for this episode. E Honda. Do you ever main E Honda?
Do I ever main E Honda? Well, of course. When you're all learning to play Street Fighter, you have the phase. 3 phases.
Repeatedly just pressing E Hondas.
Yeah. One of which is you start with Blanca and you just do the
electric move.
Then you play as Chun-Li and you just do her kick. And then you play as E Honda and you just do a 100 hand slap. And then when that really wears thin on everybody, or, your cohort of Conservatory Kings learns how to jump or do a fireball, then that stops becoming the winning strategy.
There's also the phase of being Dalsim and jumping backwards and doing these long punch.
Yes. Yeah. And then doing the fucking M. Bison across the screen.
Yeah. Well, E Honda's got that as well.
He does, but it's not quite as annoying.
Doskoy.
Yeah. And that's not a legitimate sumo move, I don't think.
No, but I don't think we should be questioning the legitimacy of the moves in Street Fighter. I think a lot of them are a little beyond the realms of physical possibilities, even the way they exist. I'm referring to Blanca.
Okay. I'm sure there are some others. Yeah, they start throwing all the freaky characters, don't they? 3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get all of the melding in with the SNK guys as well, and the EX alphas and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you? Well, speaking of which, are you at all interested in the weird new Marvel versus thing?
The
what is it called?
collection,
it's got a silly name.
The Street Fighter collection.
No, it's
Marvel Rivals?
I think it had a silly name.
Okay.
Although, of course, these days it could be fucking pachinko machine.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
Okay. So, there must be Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
There we go.
Is it Arc or something like that are making it? I've no idea.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Well done. Yes. Yeah. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, I don't know what that means. And
it's Guilty Gear and Arc. I'm not fussed really. I think it'll be fun, but I had the Dragon Ball Arc Systems game, and it was okay, but it was shallow. I hate to say this because there's probably a million people who are there was no story mode. I want a fighting game with a story mode, and a lot of
No, I think we're in the minority, but I am 100% agree. And when it's like a cross
Yeah.
license thing, it's just what a waste of an opportunity to just not do anything with that at all.
Did I tell you I played through Marvel versus Capcom Infinity? And it's got a full storyline, and I have no desire to play the rest of that game.
Yeah.
Like, it was fine.
It was okay. It was okay. I think I watched
Okay.
it all, and I don't know. I just didn't like the graphic style of that game.
No, I tend to agree as well. Like, bringing out Morrigan with the hyper Irish accent, which I don't think we've ever really heard her speak before. She was always very Japanese, in every other sort of iteration of her. And but I'm also a sucker for like Dante being there as well, and I liked the interactions between the characters. But yeah, the gameplay was quite shallow. I think I explained this to you. Like, they made all the moves really easy, and they reduced the number of buttons. Which, like, normally I don't think I'd be against, but it just didn't work out too well for me.
From what I remember, it just seemed to be there's a fight, and then Thor would come running on and go, "Oh, hey guys, we've got to go over here," and then they go, which is fine, but and again, we've said this before. Just look at Mortal Kombat and all the crazy shenanigans. Which one's the really crazy one? Is it 11?
Mortal Kombat 11, which then becomes Mortal Kombat 1. Both of them are pretty batshit crazy.
But there's characters doing this, and then they're remembering what's happened, and it's tied into the storyline from 18 games ago, and then they're fighting zombie versions of it.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like Iron Man walking onto a cardboard stage and going, "Oh, hello everybody. Now there's a bad guy over here," and then you play as Iron Man and whoever.
Yeah. And they also made you, what's the word? They gave you this whole premise of Mega Man's world being invaded by Ultron. So you had Ultron and Sigma. They were both together. So there was a lot of suspension of belief there, as to the melding of the worlds. And then they made it quite simplistic plot, which was quite shit afterwards. But yeah, anyway, like, Marvel Tokon or whatever it is, I'm probably just going to give it a pass if there's no story mode.
Fine.
Which I think is justified.
Yeah. There's enough to play.
Because I made the mistake of getting that Dragon Ball game. And I love Dragon Ball.
You do.
And it's not a bad fighting game.
It's a very good fighting game, from what I hear.
Yeah.
How many different versions of Goku can you play?
I think they are quite sensible with their versions of Goku, and it depends what you define as a version of Goku as well.
In my mind, it's somebody who hasn't watched a huge amount of Dragon Ball, i.e. me, sat on your couch whilst you're saying, "Oh, look at this game," and then he goes to the character select screen, and I'm like, "Why do all these guys look the same?"
there is actually there's a because you can do 5v5 tag teams in the latest Dragon Ball Sparking, and there is like, what if you choose certain characters?
Yeah,
Goku actually says, "Why is there so many versions of me?" It's like you can play as his dad who looks identical to him. You can play as one of his sons who's identical to him. You can play his future version of him in a parallel universe. Like, it's so funny. And there's Turles as well, which is, oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know, like, but yeah, a few of them have reasons to look like Goku. Yeah. Go-to. That works in so many levels. Why isn't our go-to?
Go-to?
Goku and go-to.
How does that work?
I don't know. I see. I don't know. A clone.
Is that a clone? Go-to?
As in, like, because his name is Goku,
Yeah.
and then if there was a clone of him made, it could be like Go 2.
In my mind, it was Go colon 2. You know, like
yeah. No, I
like
was
a
just
link in a document or something. I was like, why is there a bit of Dragon Ball where they edit documents? Probably. I wouldn't put it past them. Oh yeah, there's a season 24.
Piccolo learns word processing.
Piccolo enters the Microsoft Excel World Championships. Have you seen the Excel World Championships?
I have not.
Oh mate, look it up. Look it up.
Okay, I'm already imagining it. I think
It's crazy. There's a lot of German people. It's very popular with German people.
Brilliant.
But yeah, you have to do, crazy fast
Formulas on the fly.
hand-eye coordination type stuff. Yeah.
Kind of like StarCraft, but with Excel sheets.
Yeah, kind of like StarCraft. Maybe is secretly what StarCraft is. It's just a reskinned Excel.
That's true.
Everything is just a reskinned Excel. Can you think of any other punching bags or sumo wrestlers in video games?
I feel like there's a very weak link. There's punching bags in Streets of Rage 4 and certain survival levels. That's not very interesting. And I also can't think of any other sumos. There is in Streets of Rage 4. There is a character called Floyd who does like the hand clap thing, like the hand Hulk clap.
Oh yeah.
But he also has lasers. I don't know if laser sumos are.
No, I don't think the rules have expanded to allow. Do you know who else Makihita reminds me of? Particularly since you said it looks like a bag of sand. Sad Sack from the Raggy Dolls.
Yes. That's a very niche reference.
It is, but they kind of look the same aesthetically, and then there's the idea that they're both, bags of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I hated the Raggy Dolls. It was fine as a cartoon, but from my memory, so many episodes hinged around them yanking each other's arms off, and
yeah. And there was this one guy who always had his head on backwards.
That was
That was
it's fucking gross.
Yeah, it really is.
We need that, gritty millennial adultification of the Raggy Dolls into a blockbuster film starring, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter or something.
As Sack.
Actually, Sia would make a great, whatever the girl was with the patchwork skirt.
Yes. I could not tell you names.
No.
You said Sad Sack and you activated me. Like that was full on Born Identity. It's like, oh shit. Memories flooding back of this yellow guy.
Deep in the archives, a long untouched disc gets pulled by the brain memory machine.
Yeah, but that's not really games. I cannot think of another sumo wrestling games. I think it has to be owned by E Honda. Oh, wait a minute. That's complete lies. There was a Tekken sumo, wasn't there?
Was there?
100%.
Oh. Yeah. Who just sort of looked like E Honda?
Totally. And you sometimes see him like wearing the jacket and stuff like that. Ganryu. That's his name.
Ganryu.
So he's a sumo. There you go. Tekken.
Ganryu. Okay. Well, when that second Street Fighter versus Tekken game drops, which it never will, hopefully they'll...
You'll get a match of E Honda versus Ganryu.
yeah. Who would win?
Ihonda.
Yeah,
He can fly, remember, with headbutts.
he can do his flying headbutts and his 100 hand slaps. And what else did he have?
That's a good point. What does he have?
Does he have like a kick?
Because everybody had 3 moves.
Three things they could do.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do jumpy thing.
Or did he? Because I think like the big brawlers, they were just stronger, so they didn't have an extra move. Like Zangief had the
pile driver, and then
but the pile driver was just a throw.
The spinning.
Yeah, he's spinning lariat. Yeah. Whereas you had Chun-Li, who had spinning bird kick,
Spinning bird kick,
and the kick. She could jump off the screen as well. She's one of the few that could do the back kick screen jump thing. But
she had a fireball as well.
Not in Street Fighter 2.
Oh, when did she get a fireball?
The Kyosho or whatever it was. I don't know. It was further on. Maybe it was Hyper Street Fighter or something like that.
According to StreetFighter.com, he's got 100 hand slap, sumo headbutt, sumo smash.
Sumo smash. Okay. Maybe that's another grapple move or something like that.
Next thing, he's got the Oichi throw when near opponent, sumo dash. I presume that's just his run.
Oh, he does a belly flop. Sumo smash.
Yes, of course. Well done. Oh God, all these memories being unlocked today. Yeah, he does the stupid hands out.
Yeah.
Belly flop.
Oh God. But yeah, I'm just thinking about Ganryu. I'm just thinking. I think he was a hidden character in Tekken 2, but they usually had they were usually like mirrors of each other. So you would use a character, and then you would unlock basically a kind of clone of them.
Yeah.
So you would get Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu, and you get like Anna and Nina, or Nina and Anna.
Nina
and Anna.
I just don't have time for monkey business.
I forget my point. I wonder who Ganryu was, because I feel like he was a hidden character. Must have had somebody.
Well, he was in the very first Tekken.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if. I'm just wondering, like, Ganryu is unlocked by beating the game with Kazuya Mishima. After all the other sub bosses have been unlocked, so he's like a special secret, and he doesn't have a what's it called?
Clone or a mirror.
Well, there you go.
The more you know.
Yes, I'm sure you're much better off knowing this now.
I'm so unfamiliar with Tekken. I only know Tekken through not Tekken and playing Tekken 2. So yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the leopard guy? No.
That's
okay,
King.
Then I don't know.
Kazuya Mishima is.
He's the gloved guy.
Yes, he's the son. No, he's the son of Heihachi, and he was a good guy, but then he became a bad guy.
No, I said he's the glove guy.
And then his son became the glove guy, who's Jin
okay.
Kazuya. Yeah. And I think it's Kazuya and Jun ended up having him as a kid.
And then he got a red eye.
Yeah, because Kazuya became Devil.
Right.
Who's a character in Tekken 2.
Kazuya became devil. Okay.
There is a history here, and I don't care.
I don't know. It's just how things don't translate particularly well from Japanese origin when it comes to video games. But there seems to be a lot of kind of generic. Oh yes, and then he turns into devil.
Sometimes.
But like,
Depending on your version of canon.
sometimes Dante turns into a devil, Kazuya turns into a devil. It's just very generic. Oh, they're a devil now.
Does that mean they're bad?
I don't know. Even though I think devils are perhaps a Middle Eastern, maybe European type thing. We don't have people turning into devils quite so much.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's true. We just have like the devil.
Yeah.
Fallen Lucifer. And that's it, really.
Yeah. Although very rarely, not very often, in fact, almost never. Just Satan.
Yeah.
I guess it's because people would get you wouldn't allow you to do that back in the day. Probably still wouldn't.
Just Satan.
Just Satan. Why isn't somebody made like an action RPG based on the Bible?
They they used to. I remember many years ago there was like a clone of Doom, and but it was like you play as Jesus and you're redeeming people. And there was this whole subsect of Christian games. You can look into this after, but yeah,
like Christian rock.
Exactly. So it's these developers who were trying to make Christian-like games.
Yeah.
Where you would play, because they hated things like Civilization being called a god game and stuff like that, So,
right.
So there was this backlash of Christian developers until they realised that they can't keep up. But yeah, like I remember this from like the late 90s, and I watched a TV show of it. This TV show that I think I've told you about many times. It was either Equinox, or Horizons, or Panorama.
Panorama, yeah. All the things to do with shit that happens to the sky at some point in the day.
Yeah. They had this thing on video games and the future of video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they had a big section on sex and sexuality in video games. Obviously, I was like 15 at the time, so that's the bit that I cared about. Know? But
yeah, you're a very different man these days.
Very different.
You've been just in the thinky bits a bit more now, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, just the articles. And I remember this program just talking about the future of games, and they had this bit on Christian, and also they had a big thing on. Do you remember there was the Columbine game as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was all that was sort of put in together, and it's weird. And of course there was this fear of AI, which 30 years on we're still not even there.
See, if the church had the major religions of the world had actually embraced rather than demonized video games, we could be living in a timeline where the next greatest game is playing through, I don't know, stories from Genesis in VR. I mean, that'd be quite cool, right? To be at Sodom and Gomorrah.
I reckon there is that exists somewhere. It's just not really high budget.
It's not very high budget, and it's very cartoony, and it doesn't focus on any of the cool shit in the Bible. It's just like the Jesus story. Yeah. Do you know what? It's the same fucking problem with Star Wars. You've got loads of interesting stuff that's happening in the margins. Like, I want to hear about how if your neighbor covets your donkey, you have to stone his daughter. But we never get that. It's always the Jesus story, like it is the fucking Skywalker family. And actually, I want to be over on some outer rim planet working out how they milk those big blue guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I like the Bible is very it only focuses on the populist bits.
Oh god, you could play those games where you have to pretend to blend in.
Hitman.
So kind of like the multiplayer Hitmen, right? Where a bunch of people are trying to blend
Among
in.
Us and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also one. I can't remember what it's called. There's one like based on a cocktail party. One of the greatest of games of all time, Hidden and Dangerous, where you have to pretend to try and be like a sprite NPC. A game like that, but only one family has baby Jesus, and you have to try and get into Bethlehem whilst the soldiers are killing all the other babies. It'd be a mix of like Hitman and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I wouldn't play it though.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I think if I was to see anything on Steam
Yeah.
that had even a good rating,
Yeah.
and then it was just like about the Bible or it was Christian funded or something like that, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh.
What if it was a hidden cat game but based on scenes of the Bible?
I mean, it's not far off my hidden cat game, you know. Like, I guarantee you could have hidden cats in Bethlehem, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suggest it to developers. Say, hey, look, you're missing a trick, especially on Christmas time.
Actually, yes, they have the Christmas hidden cats.
There we go.
I'm pretty
and you
sure
fucking played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was only looking for cats. I wasn't playing for the coveting of donkeys.
Sure. When you're like, oh look, he's there. He's under the palm tree. But no, that's not Christmas. That's another time.
There he is next to the three guys.
Yeah. On Noah's Ark would be good, wouldn't it? Finding cats on Noah's Ark.
That's excellent, yeah.
Yeah, like a cross section, like a cross section through Noah's Ark. Or just the deck.
I guarantee there are, because there used to be ways to get these games. Like, you would pay, like, there would be a paywall and you would be able to download a Jesus game. And I remember that, like, these games were, and I'm not joking, they're like a Jesus game. But like I remember because you used to be able to get hooky versions of these games because they weren't well protected or they didn't have licenses applied to them and things like that. But like no interest in playing them at all. But yeah, it's a different time. Like when you would just get exe files. I remember. Do you remember that NERF game I used to play a lot of?
God, yeah, I do remember that NERF game I used to play a lot of.
I remember that being like 160 megs.
Yeah.
I had it on CD that someone had burnt for me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And all that extra storage and processing power we have these days, wasted. It's not, very little is better than the NERF game.
That NERF game was hard though.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was.
Who knew? It's probably lost media now, right?
It has to be. Well, I mean, of course, I have to search it now.
Yeah, you probably download it once a year, every year for the last 10 years.
NERF game. NERF Arena Blast. That was it. I bet it's rubbish.
No, I remember it being good because I remember it genuinely being a toss-up between are we going to play Quake, Unreal, or the NERF game? And quite often the NERF game would win out on that.
Okay, so there is a Hasbro play the NERF Rampage Run Big Blasters free game online.
This sounds like such a porny game. Yeah, okay.
There is no screenshots of it. Yeah, so and there's also I think browser.
Yeah. See my step mum play with her big NERF shooters.
NERF, yeah, because it basically was sort of Quake Arena. Boomer shooters. Oh no. Oh no.
No, we've walked into the trap.
Oh no.
No.
No. Oh my god.
Come on. These can't be boomer shooters. I'm looking at the tier list. Yeah, I played all those. Yeah. Yeah. Serious,
Oh
Serious
gosh,
Sam, is that on that? Yeah.
Serious Sam. Oh, is it available in GOG? No, no, it's not. I reckon playing it would be bad, but you can download it. It's 109 megs.
Wow. Give it a there we go. Gen Z listeners, and I'm sure there's hundreds of you, readers even. Go and give, what's it called?
NERF Arena Blast.
Nerf Arena Blast. See my stepsister. Whatever.
You're mixing up with the other one that they've got, the browser based one, which is NERF Rampage Run Big Blasters free game online.
That's the fucking flipping open the dictionary at that point.
Pretty much.
Well, there we go. That's the world of Hariyama, the Pokemon, pretty extensively covered. Talked about the Bible, that one Nerf shooter, Time Splitters again.
Yeah, that guy's a maniac.
That guy's a maniac. Why'd your mum rampage me?
Blast.